Okay, people, so it begins. So it begins. Now, I'm not gonna get mad. Try not to. Do you see that piano? Getting all trashed up? Do you see this mattress? Getting all fucking trashed up? My son said yesterday, he told me, he said, I put the, what is this called? Mattress. I put the mattress in the garage. No, you put the mattress in the garage quite a few days ago. This mattress has been sitting out here for a while. It's damp. He told me yesterday it was in the garage because I haven't been coming down because we got into another fight over this stupid shit. So, anyway, I told him I wanted to take it apart on the inside. I thought it was a box spring, but it's not. It's a lot of foam. I'm trying to figure out where I can put this camera without it falling. Oh, I don't know. Here, let's go on this side. Maybe we can do it on this side. See that dresser over there? That's another thing of my stuff that's getting trashed. And not to mention what the hell's inside. Well, at least probably what's left inside of it from where it came from originally. You know. I'm just saying. Okay. This is recording, right? Yeah. Because my mattress is from 1994, people, 95. The one that is upstairs, right? But, you know, it's a good mattress. It's comfortable, but it's old. So I just wanted the top layer, which I dragged in there, which I'm going to have to try and clean some of it now because obviously he couldn't wait for me, right? And then he had me come downstairs yesterday. He wants to clear out fucking everything, people. And he's just going to stack up the business, a.k.a. Tisha's room, to the fucking ceiling. Like, this is stupid, man. Anyway, he doesn't understand that, so what we got here, I'm going to show you in a second. I'm just going to salvage what I can off of this mattress. Clearly there's foam in here. Like, there's foam in here. It's good foam, right? But whatever, you know. It's not something that he needs, so why should he care, right? He doesn't. That's the point. This is like a batting, right? This mattress has hardly been slept on, like, seriously. I paid $800 for the set. Box spring's already gone. I'll show you what I'm doing. So yeah, I don't know. He thinks he's helping me, but it's more like trashing my shit. Trashing my shit. Trashing my shit. Trashing my shit. Amari's stroller, he's pulling that out now. That's the only stroller that I have. I can use it for one more year before I have to buy another one. And even then, I have no place to put it, so it has to sit outside. So by the time summer comes, I wash it down, put it in the sun nice and dry, and we're walking around with it. It works perfectly fine. And he wants to chuck it, fuck it out. Because he'd moved it right there. It's in his way. Yeah. I don't know, people. Oh yeah, I was going to show you what I was going to do. Sorry. Or what I'm doing. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just taking off the batting. Now whether I use that for filter material, because Andre wants to put it in the pond this year, and I can use it for filter material, or whether I use it for sewing, you know, remains to be seen. And then I took off this part here. I just brought it in because it's damp, because it's been outside already for a while. And look. I don't see very well, but I can see that. I have to wash the stupid shit, which is fine. I'm not afraid to wash things, people. And then after his fucking, and when he gets home, what are you doing? You told me you were gonna wait till Sunday. I'll be like, shut the fuck up. And then it's on. Well, you're controlling, Mom. You told me to shut the fuck up. I'll be like, damn right. Like, fuck. I gave him the evil eye yesterday, people. I did. I gave him the evil eye. I'm serious. Like, he's throwing my fucking shit out little by little. And then he's trying to be nice about it. Here we go. He's trying to be nice about it. Oh, I won't throw anything out, Mom. You can go through it first. Right? It would have been easier and probably better for me, people, if he just would have moved out. And maybe I could have found somebody that was decent to move in with reasonable rent, where they helped me out once in a while in terms of whatever it was that I needed, right? In terms of, I don't care what it was, right? Because, you know, of Amari and my eye situation and just whatever, right? But no. So I'm like, well, you know, just be grateful that your son is even helping you. You could be dealing with all this shit on your own. You know, you don't always get what you want when you want it, even when it's there, right? You know, you have to kind of like ignore it. I told Andre, and I'm gonna try not to take the bait, right? Because, you know, this is a tough situation, right? Where there's a lot of emotions, and they're easy to flare up, right? So, you know, I'm gonna have to take the hit, basically, because I'm the one that's in the fucking wrong here for establishing a household. Yeah, and now I'm expected to get rid of my fucking curtain hooks, my dehydrators, you know, whatever miscellaneous shit I got around here, never mind, you know, just what books, right? You know, it doesn't matter what the fucking book is, even though some of the books I want to sell, but ain't nobody helping me to sell them. So, you know, right? Oh. So what I'm going to end up doing, and that's another thing, fighting with Tisha. Like, what the fuck? Austin Luck, if you watch my videos, do not come to my house. You had your chance. I'm not interested in your drama. Okay? I got enough of my own. The last thing I need is someone like you coming into my house thinking that they're quote-unquote family when they are not. I will call the police on you and have you fucking removed. I don't care what you say. I told Andre, because apparently Andre's quote-unquote father, we're not going to call him a dad, people, we're going to call him a father, a seaman that impregnated my daughter so that he had the title of a father. Okay? Contact Tisha to say that he wants to see Andre. And then Tisha expects me just to hand him over to Austin, Andre that is, because she doesn't want to be responsible for Andre. Yeah, do you see this, people? Now, I don't know if there's anything in this box. Fucking right, there's something in this box. Look at this. Don't tell me he's not trashing my fucking shit. My son. Like, what the fuck? He threw it out once before. Puppet shows, for puppet shows. Christmas items for puppet shows, right? Well, I don't know, he threw out something before when he did the first fucking run, and now he's throwing out something again. Do you see here? And I'm putting my hand in there, and there's something in there. Anyway, back to Austin. I don't want this to get any more dirty than it already is. As if my son couldn't calm me down and let me do this in the fucking basement. Like I wanted to. But no, he picked a fucking fight with me, so I couldn't go down, so he could get mad, grab it, and throw it out here, and then come back and tell me 4 or 5 days later that he just moved it into the garage. No, you moved it into the fucking garage a little while ago because it's damp. Ugh. So anyway, she's saying she don't want to look after Andre. She don't want to look after Amari when I can't do it no more. And she thinks that Andre should hang out with his quote-unquote father so his father will look after him. And I'm like, you're nuts. I don't think so. Andre's on a good path. He's got Uncle Marcaine, even though Uncle Marcaine could be a fucking asshole. Trust me. I know. Okay? He's more of a dad to Andre than Austin has ever been. And just because a man can show up when a boy is 12, 13 years old and say, I'm dad, give him to me, he's my son, it doesn't work like that. You get what you earned. And I explained to Andre, I explained his history in terms of both his parents being addicts. And I explained to him what type of addicts they were in terms of their drug of choice and how their behaviors were da-dee-dee-da. And what they did to each other, da-dee-dee-da, right? And I said, because of that, and because your Uncle Marcaine has been more like a father to you and a dad than this individual that's calling up out of the freaking blue that wants to be picking up where he left off. I said, I don't think it would be good for you, Andre, because, you know, the man, Austin, needs to establish himself first. His own home, his own bills, his own freaking life before he can come and import himself here and then come running one day, knocking on the door, trying to get in because he was bear-maced either by the fucking drug dealers in the neighborhood or maybe it was the cops. Who knows? All I know is I don't want the drama. Whereas Marcaine, he takes him out camping, he takes him to festivals, he takes him out shopping, you know, he buys him fucking clothes, right? He cooks for him all the time, he helps him, you know, he's got him on the bandwagon with the reading and the math, right? You know what I'm saying? He has little cookouts with him. He takes him to the freaking gym now and swimming. Right? That's where he needs to be. And then I told Andre, when you're 20, 25, preferably people, when he's 25, that's when he can go meet his quote-unquote father and decide whether he wants to pick up with a fucking relationship with him or not. Because otherwise, if I allow it to happen now at this age, it will be dysfunctional. It will be dysfunctional, built on a stack of fucking lies and game playing and drama. I got enough drama in my life, can't you see? Why would I invite more that's 100 times worse than what I've already got? I wouldn't. So stay the fuck away, Austin. I'm warning you. I'm fucking warning you. Tisha is not your baby sister. You terrorized Tisha. You terrorized this whole freaking house. I don't trust you. I don't like you. I have absolutely no connection with you. You are not my responsibility. You want to have a relationship with Andre? Well, you got a few years to fucking work on it so that when you do meet him, if you ever do, if you can fucking make it that far, well, then I guess you earned it. Otherwise, Andre understands. Okay? In other words, he doesn't mind waiting until he's 20 or 25. He's already accepted that fact and thinks it's a freaking good idea. You'd be the kind of dad, quote unquote dad, who'd be like to his 15-year-old son, here, take a fucking hoot. Calm down. It will make you feel better. Don't worry. You won't get addicted, but you can just hang out with your dad. And then just take that one little fucking hoot, right? Because, you know, the drug addiction is in his DNA already from his parents. So it wouldn't take much to tip Andre over the edge. And then once his quote-unquote dad gets him into a position where he can really manipulate him because now he's got fucking drugs to do it, Andre's life will be hooped. And then everybody will be blaming me because Andre can't read. Yeah. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna go with the fucking flow here. I guess I'm gonna have to pull out this little Christmas box, see what's inside of it, and try and salvage it. Wash it again. Let it dry, repack it, have it upstairs, and then my son will say, you got too much stuff upstairs. I wonder fucking why. I'm being run out of my own fucking house here, people. Like, seriously, for my own son. But I'm going to be signing myself up to subsidized housing soon. I don't expect to get subsidized housing, but I'm going to sign myself up for it. And I don't mind waiting for how many years. If I ever get it, that's fine. But I'm fucking signing up for it. Yeah. I mean, clearly my life is getting fucking trashed here. Sometimes I think my kids want me dead. I do. I really fucking do. Because if I'm dead, there's more benefit to me being dead than being alive. Because while being alive, I'm somewhat of a burden, right? I need help to maybe get to a doctor's appointment with Amari, or, you know, maybe pick up a few things from the grocery store, or whatever, right? Just simple little, like, whatever. Cook for Andre, because whatever. But I don't ask my son. He just does it anyway. Andre likes it. It's some kind of relationship thing that they got going on there, right? And every now and then Andre will go downstairs and help learn to cook, so that's fine with me. And I eat once in a while as well. So, but I don't even know what I was saying. People. Oh yeah, something about wishing me dead. Because if I'm dead, this is what they get compared to what they have right now. And what they have right now, they don't like. They disrespect, basically. They don't like. They don't appreciate. They take it for fucking granted, right? You know what I'm saying? And they're so angry with their own damn lives, with their own freaking drama going in behind the back doors of their households or relationships or fucking personal life in general. You know, they take it out on me, and, like, honestly, I'm getting tired. But, you know, like, if I'm dead, they get everything. Nothing moves except me. Poof. You're gone. Nothing moves except you. Everything else stays behind. Everything else just will stay fucking behind, and then they can just basically pillage it. I've been saying it for fucking years, people. What's the difference if you pillage a little here and a little there compared to all at one time? Easier to do it all at one time. Just like my son wants to rip up this fucking room that's been sitting up there, this little storage area with whatever, for the last 14 years. He wants to rip it up in a fucking day. Because he's busy. And stack it to the fucking ceiling in quote-unquote Tisha's room. No, it's the fucking business room. Whatever. Mom shouldn't be thinking about a business. Fuck no, she should just hurry up and fucking die. Because then I can do what I want without her bitching about it and being a control freak. Yeah, basically. And then they get that little extra money, too, from my life insurance policy. So don't tell me they don't want me fucking dead by the way they fucking treat me. Right? Tisha freaks out on me because I don't want her to... I don't want Andre to be getting involved with a fucking drug addict that's in recovery. That had a big hand in the demise of my family. And keeping Sierra derailed from doing what she needed to do. and just made it easier for the freaking predators in the community to pimp her ass out when he wasn't doing it. Like, get the fuck away from me, Austin. Don't you dare come near me. Don't you dare come near my fucking house. Because I know you're fucking stalking not only my house, because you're probably in the neighborhood, but you're what, contacting Tisha? Getting Tisha all geeked up? Yeah. Tisha can do what she wants. And then she come pissed off at me because I won't agree with her. She doesn't want to look after Andre. She doesn't want to look after Amari when something happens to me, right? She really doesn't want to fucking help me. She just wants to holler and scream and carry on like she knows fucking everything. Don't tell me she doesn't want me fucking dead. When I can just die and she can just go into my bedroom and start picking away at whatever she wants to fucking pick. Well, Marcane's in the basement tossing half of it out. Getting ready to go upstairs and do this, a repeat, asking where the money is. Where's mom's life insurance policy? I know she's been talking about it for years. We know it's not a lot of money, but it's a little bit of money. So where the hell does she put the paperwork? I don't know. Go look for it. Good luck finding it. Ha ha ha. You didn't want to help me sort out my paperwork. It's harder for me to see now, right? So since you weren't there to help me fucking sort it out and I couldn't get it done because you got me on the fucking run trying to save my life here, you go hunt for it. Go fucking hunt for it. Be careful what you throw out. You might throw out the life insurance policy papers and you will never get that fucking money for as much as you wanted it. Yeah. I'm working to die here, people. You think I'm doing this? Oh, yeah. No, I'm like, my kids want me fucking dead. Because if I was dead, I wouldn't be in their way. You know, my son, if he drives up right now, what are you doing? Ah! Right? You're in my way. You couldn't wait? You're crazy. Why are you taking apart a fucking old mattress? Actually, no, the mattress is brand fucking new. What are you talking about? I just couldn't get to it because you moved in your freaking girlfriend, moved everything around, so I couldn't even get into that fucking cupboard for 2 freaking years. And then, you didn't want me coming downstairs working, and the few times I did go down there and fucking work, all you did was pick fucking fights with me where I couldn't get out of there fast enough and didn't want to go back down. So don't get mad at me that shit didn't get done fast enough. You ran me out of there. Because you wanted your space. Yeah. If that isn't drama, people, I don't know what is. That's fucking drama, man. Oh. Okay, let me pull this off, right? So I can keep working on it. I'm probably going to cut this foam in half. I'd like to save half of it, but good luck. Good luck. Right? I mean, like, seriously, before this thing should have went outside, like the way it is right now. Because any more days out here, it would have gotten completely fucking ruined. I mean, if it was going to come to that versus letting me take it apart inside of there, which I wanted to do a long time ago, like, you know, it should have been donated. Yeah, it should have been, but that's how my kids value my property. They only value what they want. Anything that they don't want becomes fucking trash. And while they're trashing it, they're trashing me. And as they're trashing me, it's making me think they want me fucking dead. Because then this way they don't get the flack. That is no way to live. But That's the way I live. That's the way I'm fucking living here. So hold on a minute. Okay, so here's the problem when you have that poor eyesight. Okay, so you can see what I've done here, right? This is batting here, right? Basically, you can use it for miscellaneous crafts, or if you had to, you could use it as a filter, right? If you wanted to. But because I can't see, I didn't realize all I can do is just take it off like this, right? Just pull the whole thing off. And it's not that hard. I mean, a little bit, but so I just have to pull from underneath, and it has the little bit of fabric on it and everything. Alright, see? Look how easy that is. And then what's in here are like, I don't know. They're like little, what is it called? Little coils of wire, coils. See? So I'm going to continue doing that. Whew. Versus doing that. Okay? That's the batting I rolled up. These are like little coils that are encased in between fabric. Yeah. With a little bit of foam on the outside. Right? Which would probably be easy enough to cut off because it looks like they're, I don't know. I mean, this isn't the ideal place to be doing this shit in. Look at this, people. Stupid shit, man. Okay, so when you're frustrated, mad, and angry, and all that crazy crap, just take it on a fucking mattress. Serious, take all your frustration out on a mattress. It works. It's pretty freaking handy here. Couldn't have came at a better time, people. Anyway, this is going actually pretty fast now, in light of what's going on here. So I'm now just taking this part and pulling it out, right? And it'll all come out, and then I don't think I want that. And what can I do with that? There's wiring inside there, all right? So I mean, you can't salvage everything, right? Unless my son wants it, which I don't think he will. Although there looks like oh no, because I've already taken it off. So basically what's going to end up left is just this, right? Which is wiring. I mean, my son could use it. Honestly, I told him to build himself because he got wood in here and everything. A wood pile. He can still use it at the bottom of a wood pile. He'll just have to put some boards on across it, right? Or do something. So yeah, I'm just, and then and then there's this kind of fabric here, which is called interfacing. Right? It could be used for multiple things in sewing. Oftentimes you need interfacing, right? Or you could even use it with the pond. Because, again, Andre wants to put in the pond this year, so I'm going to let him attempt to do it. Yeah, I got everything I need. So, if he's willing to do it, why not? Oh, my Lord. This is where I'm not strong enough. I'm going to pull this off, and then what it's going to give me underneath it is fabric I'm going to have to wash because I did this on a dirty fucking gross waterlogged with wood chips and mud and ground. Just to make my life a little harder, right? Because my values are in the wrong spot. Yeah. Whew. I haven't done this stuff in a long time. In terms of hard work, right? Oh man, I'll come back. I'll come back when I get that off. I'm breaking my nails. Yeah. I just got underneath it, used my head and my shoulders and hands to detach it from that. And it pushed it over. And then there's the interface. A nice big piece of interface. And this is what we got left. So that's the inside, nice and clean. But you can see on the outside what's happening because of my situation here. But it's nothing you can't fix because you can wash it. To which I will do. And then my son will say, I don't want that downstairs. Or he'll try and stuff it into Tisha's, aka business room. Yeah. Not realizing that I might need it someday soon because of what's going on with Amari. Because like I said, people, I'm putting an application in for subsidized housing out here. If middle class can do it, I can do it. Yeah. And depending on what they present to me, if I feel that it will work with Amari and I can build in those safety nets. Is that recording? Yeah. I'm taking it. And I would suspect that I probably won't be living with my son. Unless, of course, things get more on a, I don't know, different kind of level where, you know, it makes sense for him to be in a situation like that with me. So maybe part subsidized, part not, right? Depending on the size of the house, because obviously I'm going to need a house, more than likely. Because you're looking at hoists on the ceiling and some sort of form of assisted living to some degree because of my eyesight, right? I'm just saying. So, now that that's done, where's the next place to start removing some of this stuff? We've got the, okay. So I think, we got more, no more, I don't know. So, yeah, if I was to move anytime soon, I'd be looking at bean bags and all that kind of shit for Amari, right? And this stuff would be good for that. Yeah. Or padding for the floor. Because, you know, I already said I'm going to put a big mattress on the floor. And then if he rolls off the mattress, he can roll onto the floor, which will have even extra padding, which would be better for him. This kind of stuff can provide it. But of course, nobody under the sun. In other words, my son, my daughter, or my son's wife, or whoever, they don't see it that way because they're not faced with those challenges, right? You know, oh, let Amari go to foster care, problem solved. Just like let mom die, problem solved. Yeah. But when you're living, you can't let that negativity, you know, bring you down, right? Because that's all it is. A whole lot of fucking negativity. Yeah. So now what I'm doing is I'm cutting off the sides. I would have preferred to have done this inside. Right? I thought it was more like a box spring, but it turns out like an actual box spring. But it turns out it was just made a little more different. And, but it hasn't been that hard really to take it apart considering all things said. Alright. As a matter of fact, I think I can just pull this off. No, I have to cut a little bit. Now I'm getting into this gross, grimy shit. And I'm not supposed to get mad. It's okay, right? Yeah. Seems to be working pretty good. I'll show you in a second. I don't know if you can hear me over there. Alright, I'm working fast and hard, ignoring the fact that I can't see very well. it's just because I've done this for years and years and years. You know, looking after 5 fucking kids. As if I never did a damn thing, right? Yeah, right. Okay, so do you see what's going on here? That's really nice foam, so I may or may not try and salvage that. There's only so much space. Every time I try and salvage foam, it ends up getting ruined because things get thrown around. There's obviously these things, which are like, I don't know what they're exactly called, but so I'm not worried about that. I'll take that out later. I will save this fabric as I have other fabric from the last time I did this. Right, so that just basically pulls out. And then I will bag it up, bring it up, take out the things, and then I'll just wash the shit, right? And then I'll fold it up, let it dry, fold it up, put it in a bag. And see, here's a level of foam. And then we've got the fabric on the outside. Okay, so several things can happen here. First, my son can keep this, basically this foam for himself. He can cut it to the length that he wants if he doesn't want it all. And he can either, one, take it to camping with him and use it as a underlay for when he's camping. Or two, he can keep it, and sometimes he has friends come over and sleep over and that kind of thing. I mean, that would be fine, really, people, if you can see the thickness on that. That's only about an inch from what I can tell, maybe an inch and a quarter, which is nice, rolled up. And, you know, depending on where we put it, his friends could sleep on that when they have, and then when they come over, right? Because sometimes they have people come over, they plan for events and stuff, and they all leave together for the SkyTrain the next day. So it's just better if they, you know, hook up the night before because they leave early in the morning, right? Or if my son doesn't want it, then he can roll it up, we'll tape it up or tie it up, and I'll see if I can find a couple plastic bags, and I'll put it out on the road, right? And somebody will want that because it's clean, right? There's nothing wrong with it. And, you know, not everybody has a comfortable bed. And that maybe that's all they're looking for, is to put something softer on their bed so that they can have a better night's sleep. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to give my son the choice first to decide what he wants. If he doesn't want it, then he can roll it up. Because if I try and salvage it at this point, in terms of saving it for myself, because, you know, I'm making plans to move out, and one day I'm going to need it for Amari. Well, I will just, in this situation, you know, I'm already not, I'm already facing too many challenges here. So, you know, I can always go find another used mattress another day and go do it again. Or maybe my kids, maybe I'll be dead by then, and Amari will be with one of my kids, and my kids will be watching my videos, and they'll see that what Lum did, and I'm talking about this is how you build something for Amari in terms of, you know, if he falls off the mattress that's on the floor, then you have a little more cushioning that's, you know, of course it would be covered up with something, right? It wouldn't take much to make a cover for that. And I got these long-ass freaking zippers. You don't even know. That when the time comes to make a cover for this, I've got that base cover too. Right? But again, people don't appreciate that though, because it doesn't mean anything to them because they don't need it. Well, I kind of need it now, so I'm kind of hanging on to it, and I'm glad that I've hung on to those zippers all these years. I know exactly where they are when I need them. Oh my God, what a fucking mess. Yeah. So I'm gonna come back, hold on. This is recording, right? Yeah. Alright. So there you go. You can see. So now I'm gonna roll it up, but it's damp, right? So it has to dry, eh? Before, you know, it gets mildewy. You see, I'm not mad because this part is being done, because I always intended to do this anyway, people. I spent a lot of money for these mattresses, and one of these, this is Sierra's mattress. I bought it for $800 brand new, and she never got to use it, okay? Seriously. And then just kind of kicked around, right? It became Tisha's mattress for a while, or whatever. Because I bought 2 of them. That's what happened. I bought 2 of them. Right? One for Sierra, and then one for Tisha. And Shimei had her own bed. Yeah. So now that I've done that, it's very easy just to pull off this stuff here. I'm not sure what kind of stuff it is. It's just stuff. Coming off real easy. It's that it's like batting with a little batting. It's called batting, right? And when Andre and I work on the pond, you know, I'm gonna show Andre how to make his own filter system, right? So whether I use it for that, but it's perfectly fine in terms as if for sewing. I know Marina likes to sew craft things. She got a little more time than me. I used to be like that too, but not anymore. Right? This is good for crafts. And it's expensive. You see, that's the thing. This shit's expensive. And it's nice. It's nice, people. This is nice. Yeah. So I'm just going to roll it up and then bring it upstairs. I'm going to let it dry up upstairs because I can't do anything down here, man. Whatever I put there, he'll have to bring me up that foamy cover, right, that I'm going to put on top of my bed. I'll have to clean that upstairs, let it dry, and clear off the bed and put it on top, and then I'm going to have to somehow stitch it on so it doesn't move, right? But it will add just that amount of extra layer of padding, and it will be great. Especially for Amari, because, you know, right? And then the foam, if he doesn't want it, I'd like to keep it myself personally, because you never know. But in light of my situation at this point, you know, if he doesn't want it, then he can put it out on the road, and I'm sure somebody else will take it. But it can't go out all soppy wet. Look how nice this is, people. This is you're looking at a fair amount of money here in terms of what it would cost to buy this shit. So, but it takes up space. Right? Oh, more fabric. Oh, why you have a problem with fabric? And before I don't. Okay, I'm not going to say anything. I'll be back. Okay, so that's what's left of it. So basically, at this point, I will ask my son if he wants those for any reason or another. Or does he ever think that we might need it for another? Now, that would be good for insulation or, you know, but it's not like I'm going to be running around insulating anything anytime soon. You know, and the little bit of foam that I do have kicking around. Sometimes I need that stuff, though, honestly, for Amari. When I have to build, like, there's a toilet, right? You have to foam him in. You have to make it so that he, you know, right? So that kind of stuff is actually good for me, but anyway. Oh yeah. And then this here is what was around it and under it in terms of just this fabric, which is good fabric as well. But don't forget, you know, honestly, I need to make, I don't want to call them diaper pads, but you know, when you're changing him, like, I need, this would be good for diaper pad with a plastic on the other side type, right? So I'm going to save that, people. I'll just wash it. Okay, it's not a big deal to wash it, right? Marcane, though, again, doesn't understand that. Now, whether I get a chance to make diaper pads or not remains to be seen, because my life, I'm always on the fucking run here. That's the way I feel about it, right? So I'll take that off. I'll cut that off, right? You can see. And then this part here, now they have these little metal things in, which I'm going to take out because, right? And I'll just put them in a container, and you never know, we might need those one day unless they get tossed out as well. And then when you need them, you'll have to be running around at Home Depot looking for them. Now, shit like that doesn't fucking scare me. It's called water and bleach and soap. So after I take out the pins, I'll just wash this stuff, hang dry it, and dry it. Because if and when it comes time to make either bean bags, it's already padded. Right? You just wash it on cycle, on gentle cycle. And don't spin it out completely. Right? And then just hang dry it. And yeah, I'll fold it up. I got a bit of that still kicking around the house from the last time I took down one of these mattresses. Right? Or whatever I took apart out here. So I'll just wash those. And then what's left after that, I got the foam on the inside. My son can bring up the padding. That will be for wash, for sure, and like in a washing machine, right? And then my son can bring up the padding, and I'll wipe that all down. Where am I? You can't wash it though in a washing machine because it's too big. I suppose if it was summertime, you could hang it over a rail and spray it down and let it get sun bleached and dry really good, and yeah, but I don't, whatever. Right? And then what's left is this thing. And my son can do what he wants with it. I say use it at the bottom of where am I? At the bottom of a wood pile. But then he'd have to still run boards on it, right? But it will keep everything off the ground for a while, right? Maybe he'll want to take off this. I mean, over time the fabric will rot, right? If it's under a wood pile. And that will, because you technically want your wood piles up off the ground, right? So the wood can breathe, yeah? It's a different kind of box spring. But I have another box spring that he threw over the fucking fence. Last time we went through this, I thought he was going to chuck out that box spring. I told him to use it for what. So he may choose the other box spring yet. But outside of that, and, you know, honestly, this, I don't even think he can use this. Look at this. Shit. Do you see how they made this box spring? That's just too funny. What would you possibly use it for, other than, I don't know. So before I trash the stupid shit, right, I'll just pick it up. And he can decide if he wants to use it or not. And if not, well, I don't know how he's going to get rid of it, because I don't know if anybody would want this. I mean, I could put it out on the road and somebody might find some use for it, you know. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm not strong enough to move it. I'll just leave it like that. What do you think? It looks like a bunch of pop cans all sewn together, doesn't it? Don't you think? But it comes off in strips. Right? And then there's this foam. If he doesn't want this foam, then perhaps I'll bag it up and put it out in the street. Give somebody a chance to take it home. They might do, maybe they need it for something, you know, maybe they're making some stools, or they need to repair their couch. Actually, I need to repair my couch in terms of adding more, you know, whatever. Or maybe they want to use it for insulation of something, right? If it sits there for a week, nobody takes it, then I'll chuck it. Otherwise, you know, I might keep one piece for myself, bring it upstairs. Because, like I said, I use it to pencil in Amari with certain things. And he's getting bigger and faster, and yeah. Okay, so I'm almost done with this video here. I'm going to take you into the area like the good old days, eh, people? Do you remember this jacket? Only I don't see that well anymore. Must have been when I was laying this shit up on the fucking roof with a whole bunch of wood falling into it and grime and grit and mildew and mold and algae and bugs and just the whole 9 yards. But you know what? No regrets, because it's prevented this wood from falling down the way it was. Not that it makes any difference now with my son with his wood, but besides that point. So anyway, I'm looking at this pop can unroll itself box spring within a mattress, quote unquote. And I'm like, you know, my son, like, since I've been in this house, people, I've given away 3 mattresses, listen to me, that weren't mine, that other people slept on. I gave away, I gave away Sierra's mattress, which this was Tisha's mattress, because I bought for Tisha and I bought for Sierra, right? And I had already bought one for my son, but I knew I was coming into perhaps buying another one. Okay, so anyway, I bought 2 new mattresses at $800 a pop. Sierra never even really got to sleep on her bed because she was illegally evicted in December of 2012, because that's when I bought these mattresses, in around that time. But Tisha had hers, but hers was upstairs. And then because I already got in her bed, right? And then when John moved out, I gave that one away. When Joan moved out, when Auntie Joan moved out, I gave away her mattress. Or I had the city pick it up, one or the other. That was gone, right? And then Shmay died. So whatever Shmay had for mattresses, I also gave those away, right? And then, but first I gave away Sierra's mattress because there was one of Tisha's friends, I can't think of her name right now, who took Sierra's mattress, which was basically a brand new mattress, and the box spring, more than likely, right? And then Shmay died, right? And then I gave away her mattresses to Rhea, so they were gone, right? And then Tisha grew up and moved out and didn't need her mattress, so I took that box spring apart, which is now over the fence, just sitting there, because I thought my son threw it out, because I told him just, take off what needs to be, and use it as a base for a wood pile, but instead he didn't. But he might still, because I don't know what he could possibly do with this stuff. Like, seriously, I don't even know. I just don't know. And, so, this was Tisha's mattress that had been sitting there, but I couldn't get to it, right? Because the piano, he moved in front of it, so I couldn't get into that area for like 2 years. Almost 2 years, people. As he's getting mad at me, right? Because whatever. So, now I took it apart. So, I got Joan and John their mattress. I gave that one away. I bought Sierra a new mattress. I ended up giving that one away when I had to, right? Because Tisha had to come down and she didn't want Sierra's mattress. She wanted her own mattress, so I gave away Sierra's mattress so Tisha could move her mattress downstairs while John moved upstairs. And I ended up buying him a single mattress, single size mattress, versus I think John and Joan, I got them a queen size mattress. I think it was bigger than a double, yeah. And then when Shmay died, Rhea got her mattresses, which was 2, because they were stacked on each other, right? Like, my son has never had to fucking deal with bedding people down, giving them mattresses, giving them beds, right? And he didn't pay $1,600 plus tax for 2 mattresses just to chuck them out into the fucking garage and right? Just because, right? You know what I'm saying? Well, I sleep on a mattress when I get a chance to sleep on it, because I don't get no help doing what needs to be done in that area right now at this point. But besides that point, I'm working on it, right? That mattress, my mattress, is from Wally's house from like 1995. Yeah. And I'm covering it up with what I did today. Because I don't feel like I should have to go out and buy a new mattress to accommodate other people's needs for being in control, where they can basically evict you from your fucking house. Or they can criticize you because they refuse to basically help you when you're ready for it. Sure, they might offer when they're ready for it, but maybe I'm not feeling that great. Maybe I'm tired because I've been, whatever, and I, like Tisha, like, I need you to help me in the bedroom, and oh yeah, okay, and then but she's dropping her kids off 2-3 times a week, and like she's picking them up after they've been at the house for who knows how long, saying I'll come tomorrow morning, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. I'm too tired. Like, I'm exhausted on top of everything else that I do. I'm having, right? And then she gets mad at me, I offered to help you. Yeah, you offered to help me after I'm tired, like, right? It's just so it doesn't get done. And then they hold it against me. And fuck, I'm not watching no kids for a while. No. She came to the house and picked a fucking fight and ran out the door, and it's like, forget it. I don't got fucking time for that shit. As my son now is smiling in my face. Oh, don't worry, I won't throw out your stuff. Yeah, right, that's why I see a fucking box out there when I least expect it. I know you don't expect me to see it anymore, right? So I guess it makes it somehow okay, right? Whatever. When I move, I'm gonna need my fucking curtain rods, curtain hooks, and the little things that run the wheels that run on the rods, so that you can pull it, right? I'm gonna need those things. As far as I know, they're in that fucking dresser, but I haven't been able to get to that dresser since my son basically moved it and started putting a whole bunch of shit in front of it. At one point, I think it even got raided by the homeless people out here. Honestly, people, I do. If I say to my son, move out, oh, you'll just get somebody to come in and steal from you. I say, well, what is it any different than what you're doing to me here? If you're throwing my shit out or whatever, being however you want to be about it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's vandalism. It's no different. You put it in an area where people can come and fucking walk off with it. It gets quickly fucking destroyed, if not broken, by the time I fucking find it, because it was just thrown, like, fuck, don't tell me that I'd take my chances with a fucking thief. Not everybody fucking steals. But I'm going blind, so it doesn't matter. There's going to come a day when none of this shit will just matter. No. What will matter is that wherever Omari is, he's in a safe place. Wherever I am is in a safe place. And I can tell you right now, people, I ain't going to be fucking here. No fucking way. No. Yesterday my son was saying, oh, well, hoarders, and when it comes time to, do this and do that, blah, and blah. Don't fucking talk to me about hoarding a mattress for 2 fucking years when you made it impossible for me to go fucking get it. And you scared me out of the fucking basement, so I didn't want to go down there and do shit because I didn't want to be fucking called down, put down, threatened with, oh, well, I'm going to just throw your shit out and blah, and just snitty snide fucking behavior, just whatever, screaming at me, right? Well, who wants to go down and fuck? He's having me tear out a part that's been there for 14 fucking years. And the only reason he's doing it is because he moved in some girl. That's the only reason, people. And he could move out and get a better place for himself for almost the same amount of money. Seriously, a few $100s more. And he'd be free of whatever it is that bothers him when it comes to me, right? And I could maybe have found somebody that was willing to fucking help me and get a little deduction off the rent, but help me when I was able to, like, let's do it, right, you know, tomorrow or whatever. Don't have me do something for you for fucking 10 hours, 8 hours, 7 hours, or however many hours, and then come and, you know, after that, everything's all torn up and we have to clean the living room because the kids made a big mess or whatever, and then say I'm going to come back early in the morning. Yeah, okay, no, I don't think so. I was already doing something before you dropped off the kids. I got interrupted. And then I got more work because I had to clean up after the kids. And now I'm behind on what I was doing. So I don't have time to go and do what I want to do with you because I have to finish what I was doing before you fucking showed up with the kids. Right? But then she uses it against me. Oh, well, I offered to help you. Yeah, you offered to help me after you fucking helped basically burn me out. It kind of works that way. Where if it would have been just somebody living in the basement, I'll be like, listen, this is what I need help with. You know, can we kind of plan a date? And that fucking day comes and, you know, and if I can't do it that day because for whatever reason I'm fucking crashing and or something, then we can do it the next day. But don't fucking ask me to go down there and clean your whole fucking suite for you and then tell me you're going to come up and help me fucking do something. Fuck that shit. You, in terms of, don't ask me to look after the kids for hours and hours and hours, you know, and then tell me you're going to come back in the morning after I've watched them like 2 or 3 times over the last fucking week as if I want to go do what I want to do now. I don't. I'm tired. That's the bandwagon I'm on. It holds me back, people. But it's, at the end of the day, sooner or later, it's not going to matter. And these kids, they can do whatever. Kids. They're kids. These kids, I'm 62, I gave birth to them. They're fucking kids. Right? They can do whatever the fuck they want. I don't give a shit because I won't be there to see it. No. And that's why I say sometimes I think they just wish I was dead. I don't think they appreciate the fact that Shimei gave up her life for them to be able to treat me like this, because I know for a fact if Shimei was around, there would be not just 2 against 1, there would be 2 against fucking 2 here. And before Shimei would put up with the shit, she'd either say, okay, Mom, like, let's get out of here, let's move. You know, you help me with the Mari and I'll help you with whatever you need. And yeah, and she'd know how to fucking can by now, people. She wouldn't be putting her nose up to it. She'd be fucking canning because she was canning before she got murdered. Where my other 2, expired food. At least my son is willing to contemplate about eating it because he hears from Andre that it's actually quite fucking good. Where Tisha just... But she's moving to an island to go plant a garden, and when she has a surplus, she won't know what to fucking do with it because she won't know how to fucking can. And then she'll blame me for not teaching her. That's kind of the routine that will end up with that one. Mom didn't teach me how to can. I don't know what to do with all this food that I grew. Right? It'll be too late by then. Mom will be dead. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to blow off some steam before we have to do it with a flashlight. Because he's coming in on Sunday, and he wants to empty it out for the most part. And stuff everything into Tisha's room, and it's already full of shit. But we're going to be taking out a wood dresser that is doweled in together, which makes it an antique that has a beautiful mirror. I told him he can sell it because nobody appreciates real wood furniture anymore. They'd rather go to IKEA and buy that shit that's been stapled together or glued with Presto wood as part of the frame. Yeah, versus real fucking wood that's been jawled in, that was made years and years and years ago when people actually took pride in their work. Yeah. And then there's a desk there that I'm trying to offer to Tisha so she can take it and put it somewhere where she lives, so that, you know, and there's a sewing machine there and she can learn a little bit of sewing before I can't fucking help her with it, versus, well, you wouldn't teach me and now I don't want to fucking learn because I don't want to sew no more because you gave up on me before you even fucking started. No, I was busy and you weren't there to fucking help me. I haven't even sewed. So how the fuck am I supposed to teach you how to sew when I can't even sew because I'm so fucking busy with all the other bullshit around me? And if she doesn't want the desk, and she doesn't want to learn to fucking sew, well, she'll learn the hard way when Kyrie gets bigger. Yeah. And he's got short legs and a thick waist. Yeah. And she's going to have to fucking do all her hems and shit by hand. Yeah. Or she can pay somebody to do that fucking shit for her, because that's what he's going to need, a little tailoring, right? With the pants, especially with the pants, right? And she can pay somebody to do it for her as she fucking bitches on about me. Mom didn't teach me how to sew. Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's go do what this needs to be done. I'll be back. Hold on. You see, Andre loves me. Look what he did. Because he knew I was outside, and I asked him to get me the flashlight, right? It's cold, right? I'm gonna, or whatever, right? And I smoked, so I could have a smoke. And he knew I was cold, and he made me a nice warm coffee, people. Seriously, Andre really does love me. I know he loves me. When my son picks on me, Andre sides with me, and my son, like, he gets surprised. He doesn't understand why. And I'm kind of like in awe with it myself, right? Because, you know, sometimes life isn't always that grand when it comes to the Nintendo between me and Andre. But at the end of the day, well, I'll tell you, it's a good thing, people, I have spotlights. Don't you think? I don't even think I can get in here. Now, this I don't want. This is just a picture frame that can be sold. But before they'll help me to sell it, they'll just put it out on the road. More than likely. Right? He wants everything out of here, people. Now, I haven't been in here for like 2 years, and, you know, I don't know. I told him I came in here. I basically told him kind of what was going on in here in terms of, you know, based on my memory. You know, along that wall is just a whole lot of food on the lower shelves, except for maybe on the top. There's a bread machine that I'd like to make sure that I have a functioning one before and then there's also smaller dehydrators, which come in very handy. I tried to explain to him that even if I bag him up in plastic bags and then put him outside in some quote-unquote shed of any kind, it's just a matter of time before the moisture goes through the plastic and the cardboards get musty, and, you know, and if it rains you get a leak in there. Oh, God forbid. You're just ruining your shit. I've never had so much shit ruined in one house as I have in this fucking house. Wait until I take you into the X Club, which is going to be very, very fucking soon. But besides that point, I'm trying to have a good attitude. On the top shelf over there is a whole bunch of school books, right, from homeschooling over a period of, oh God, Marcane's what, almost 32 years old? So, you know, like, we're going back a long time, right? Like, I can't even think how far freaking back, people. Long time. Yeah, in the 90s. Some of this stuff you can't even find anymore. He's got Andre working with wood counting blocks that I bought at the homeschooling center back in the in the early 90s. I'm pretty sure it was in the early 90s that you just can't find anymore. You just can't find them because they don't make them. And he's got Andre counting with them now because he's working on math, right? And like, he wants me to move all this shit, all of it, people. And it's already full down there. And because I don't really get a chance to come down here and do anything because of the strife, I don't think I can put this anywhere. Because of the strife. Hold on a minute. It's just been sitting here. Right? It is recording? Yeah. Because of the strife. And he's tossing. There's no room down there. Oh, I'll make room. And if that dresser gets fucking ruined, why should I care about an antique dresser getting ruined in a shitty garage? Considering all things said. Well, because I appreciate antiques, that's the first thing. I've had that dresser since the 1990s. When I moved into Wally's house, you're looking at 95. And I've got its partner dresser upstairs in my bedroom. So there's actually 2 dressers. And when you see this dresser, you'll understand why I'm going to get upset. Because for people who like to refinish dressers, the first thing they're going to want is a real wood dresser that's jowled with wood. No staples, no nails, no glue. It's all jowled in, right? So that they can strip it, sand it down, revarnish it, and then stain it or shellac it. And they'll have one badass dresser that will last them over 100 years. Mm-hmm. Whereas if you go to IKEA, places like that, warehouse, wherever, you're buying dressers that look good on the outside but are crappy on the inside and have a lifespan at best maybe 10 years before, even sooner, before they start buckling and pop. The staples are popping and the glue's uncome and done, and if any moisture gets into it, the wood is swelling because it's not real wood, it's fucking Presto wood. Like, you know. And I just know that there's people out there that love real wood furniture, including me. So before I'd see it get ruined, I'd like to have it find a home, being that my kids don't want it and don't think I have a right to keep it, so that when I move, I can bring it with me and piece it in wherever the fuck I'm moving to, in terms of I could have gave it to Andre in the next location or wherever. But no. And it won't matter anyway, because I've already got myself boxed into one room with the Mari, with the mattress on the floor with a whole bunch of bean bags and, I don't know, a replacement piano, even though I had one since fucking 2018. And now it's sitting up in the garage being all picked apart. I want to get up in here, only I don't know how. Because first of all, there's not enough light. We're going to do this on Saturday. But I wouldn't mind. April, if you're still watching my videos, the jelly, the black jelly that I want to put in your box before I send it out is in this little cubby. I couldn't get to it all these years. I'm sure I have some in Auntie Shemay's room, but I don't know where it is in there either, because I don't really go in there either, because like I said, they've effectively ran me out of this fucking basement. And now they're like forcing me really out of it and narrowing me down 2 fucking rooms while my son is telling me he's going to stuff Tisha's room right to the ceiling. I'm like, wow, okay. So that means I won't be able to get in there. When they could have moved out. But they don't want to pay the extra rent someplace else. So who's taking advantage of who here? Well, I'm a little worried about the glass here. I don't want my son in here ripping things apart. And then I warned them, there's glass, that wall, there's another wall unit there that we're going to move into there once we move out the dresser. And, what do you call it? I told him there's glass, be careful, but I almost feel like I need to move it first before he gets in here and starts on his own, because then it will become an accident. Sorry, Mom, I broke the glass on the wall unit. Even though we're going to move it into there. It helps to keep the dust out, So let me get on with it. Go drink some of my coffee. And then I brought this inside just to get it out from the elements so it can start drying. And then my son, when he gets home, he can take it upstairs for me. This I would prefer to leave downstairs at this point because I don't need it. Right, so that would have to go into Tisha's room, right? Same thing with this. There's no stains or nothing. This was all on the inside. This is that batting. This is very, very, very nice batting. And I already told you what can be done with it. Okay, and another thing, honestly, I already think somebody's been rooting around in here to some degree or another. Because first of all, I wouldn't do some of this stuff that's the way it is. I just wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, people. Oh, where can I put this? Do you see what's this? You see this hat box right here? That hat box? There's a... remember when I was doing the children's hats or whatever? Yeah, hold on a minute. What can you do? This camera's going to blink out any minute. Here we go. There we go. This camera's going to blink out any minute. Lids for jars. I don't want this glass to get broken when he gets in here and starts doing whatever he wants to clear out this whole area. I don't know how he plans on doing it. I really don't. He's expecting too much. That's why I say I think they want me dead, because once I'm dead, I'm out of their way and they can just do whatever the fuck they want and live for the moment. Live for the moment. And because, they will justify their behavior in terms of I was the one that was being selfish. I deserved what I got. They won't have any remorse. No. When the time comes. Because it's coming. It is. But the thing is, it doesn't have to be in the manner that it's coming. That's why I'm talking about it. It shouldn't have to be where I myself feel like my kids want me dead just so they can get rid of the problem of Amari and Andre and Mom's stuff. Right? Depending on what kid you're talking to, because that's all they are, is fucking kids. Yeah, fucking kids. Yeah. So, Lucy, it looks like I have a dehydrator here that might end up in my freaking garage yet. Maybe it'd be better if I just sent it to you. Yeah, for as much respect as I get in my own freaking house. Alright. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, Lucy. This is addressed to Lucy. If you can, you want to avoid these small ones. They're handy, they're nice, they work, but at the end of the day, sometimes you're running 2 or 3 of them at a time, depending on what time of season you're in, what the windfall is in terms of the bounty, maybe somebody gave you a whole bunch of freaking celery, big box full, right? A little dinky thing like that, it will take you a long time. So that's why I say go with the bigger trays. But if you have, look, there's more trays up there. Those look like big trays. Honest to God. So those big trays up there, do you see? Which I'm required to move out of here, where I have no place to put them. go with my dehydrator upstairs. In the event my trays upstairs get worn out and broken, I have backup. Or instead of using 12 trays, maybe I might want to go as, I don't know how many is there. You know, there's something up there. You know, add another 4 more trays, maybe I'll run it at 16 trays. But I couldn't get to them, so even if I wanted to, I couldn't have done it. But, like, you know, I'll ask him, like, that small dehydrator, that one could go up in the attic because it's not very heavy, and I'm sure there's a little, you know, just someplace close, right, and handy that if I should ever need it, but we know I'm going blind, so why waste your time? Because, you know. But the thing is, even if I could see, it wouldn't matter. It would be the same, I'd be treated the same way. So what difference does it make if I'm blind or I'm not blind? Right? Okay. Don't feel sorry for myself. So hold on. Let me just move a couple things around because there's only one thing I want to do in here outside of maybe just talk myself through this with a good attitude at the end of the day and just go with the flow, right? Okay, now this here is, I'm pretty sure this is for like when you do microgreens and shit. I bought everything, it took a while to gather it all up. It was quite expensive. I told my son there's this silver lining if you wanted to make a grow room at some point. There's grow lights there that I was thinking to maybe try and do something in Mr. Lace's cat house. I bought the electrical, I bought everything, right? But of course, I'm not using it right away, right? So it might end up becoming a problem. Because I don't even know why it's in here. Well, actually, it was someplace else, and then it ended up being tossed out of there. And then I guess it got thrown into here because, like, I don't even know why. I don't even know why some of this is the way it is, because I wouldn't have done this. But hold on. Okay, I'm in my glory. I'm in my glory. I think so. As Andre was outgrowing his clothes, right? As Andre was outgrowing his clothes, I bagged him up. I had him upstairs, but I don't know. Tisha came and she helped me do something. She took them all out, bagged them up, and stuffed clothes into the drawer, which I would prefer to have these clothes upstairs. These are pants for Amari. Not going to quite fit him yet, but soon, because they were Andre's. Oh, I think the camera's starting to blink. The camera's going out, people. Hold on, it's going off. Something's blinking. Okay, so I'm going to end it on this because this camera's going to blink out. So this basically here is just like, you know, when you get packages in the mail and they give you bubble wrap and all that crap. That's what that is. So if they don't want it and I got no place to put it, and I will donate it to the thrift store, right? Because the thrift store can use that for packing when they're packing up their shit. Otherwise, I would have kept it because I'd like to sell a few things, and bubble wrap is nice to wrap up maybe Chinaware or something. But of course, I'm expected to throw out the fucking Chinaware just so that there's more space. See, this is what I mean. Just slowly but surely now starting to throw more stuff outside. Right? This is what makes me mad. The Spider-Man, I'll bring this upstairs. He wants me to start selling books, whatever. Goofy and the Magic Axe. This book is in like really good shape, people. This goes back. These are like getting old, right? Like, look at this one. Emperor's New Clothes, right? He didn't pay for them, I did. He ruining them. They're all moist. They're not damp. I caught them in time. Fuck. When I had problems with the fridge, remember? And he had problems with his stove. He came upstairs and he got himself a hot plate, because I had, right? And it was in this box, all thrown in there, like, and like, I don't know if he broke it Or what? Like, fuck, man. I mean, I would think it's still okay. But look at it. I'm afraid to plug it in. Because he just tosses my shit around. He used it once. I guess it's not important to him anymore. This thing was hanging out. Fuck, man. I'm bringing it back up. This is mine. Oh, I know. Mom is old. She's useless. She's senile. She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about, right? Okay, and just so that everybody knows, Andre really misses Auntie Shimei. She used to spend time with him, eh? Right? We got little videos with him downstairs with her and Amari and whatnot, right? He really does miss his Auntie Shimei. Anyway, he took apart some more stuff. He asked me if I noticed it. I said no. So I'm making note of what he's done here. He's taken off more parts, right? And like, for what it's worth, people, at least he gets to... Sometimes you have to take things apart in order to know how to put them back together, right? It doesn't always have to be put them together first to know how to take it apart. So, you know, for what it's worth, people, at least this piano gave my grandson an opportunity to learn something that he can put long-term in his mind. And who knows? You never know. He might end, you know, I want to build something with the parts, right? Make my... Okay, so it got cut off because I think the battery died. I don't know how much hard disk space is on here, but I'm going to finish this video, okay? Now, I got a little bit of good news because as soon as I came in from outside, pretty much, hey, Andre? Within the first 5 minutes, the phone rang. And it was the eye specialist office that I've been seeing. And apparently, the doctor requested to see me because, you know, right? I've missed those couple appointments and... blah, and I said, well, I wanted to see him. I tried to phone, but they wouldn't let me book an appointment because they said I had to go get a referral. She goes, who? I said, well, your office, somebody in your office. Huh. She said, no, it's okay. We'll get you in, right? So that's good. So I've made an appointment for the eye doctor in April because he's busy this month. He's not around that much this month. I told him I got a couple of appointments with Amari that I have to deal with this month, so... I have to go to the children's hospital and deal with, you know, hip surveillance. And, yeah. And whatever. But I'm going to end it on this. This is what pisses me off. And I know his... I guess I should call her a wife out of due respect. Because they're married now. I know his wife... I don't want... She either instigates it. Or she encourages it. She most definitely condones it because she does nothing to prevent it. There is absolutely no reason for these books to be outside for any length of time. None. I already went through that. Wait till he gets into that cubby and wants to start taking out all those books. Where do you think they're going to end up, people? And then I'm going to bring him upstairs and I'm going to get ragged on. I got too much fucking shit up here. Yeah, okay. I'm going to end it on this. I just want to know. I got these kind of books when Brooks was... before Martine was even born. I'm just saying. So we're going to look at when it was published. How far back it goes. Because some of this stuff, yeah, 1982. 1982, exactly. Brooks was born in 1982, and by the time he was 4 years old, 5 years old, I was buying these books. And then it went through all my kids, and then when I was doing the thrift store thing, I'd find them and I'd pick them up to replace the ones that, you know, some of these things have been ripped off, and... or whatever, and yeah, Martine read them all when he was young, and, you know, the kids looked at it, Brooks maybe read some, I don't know, I read some to them, Andre, you know, Shimei used to read to him all the time, and, like, yeah, like, throwing out perfectly good fucking books, outside. That's what makes me mad, because that's just starting, it's just starting, people. Anyway, I told that woman on the phone that I wanted to see Dr. McKenzie to change the cataract lens. And if he can't do that, then he can refer me to somebody else that can. Which would come in under a quote-unquote second opinion. Yeah. I was sitting here this morning getting all panicky that I couldn't get a referral for an eye specialist because if I go to a clinic, it can take up to 6 fucking months before you get a phone call back. Been there, done that. And they're going to forward me, like I said, to Dr. Gupta. Yeah, as if I want to see her. No. And if I go 6 months without getting this re-prescribed, because it goes 1 year prescription, and I've been using this for a while now. So if I can't see a quote-unquote eye specialist that can give me another prescription for this, then I go without. And then that's when I go blind. And I don't got much left to go blinder with. So I was like really panicking this morning about, oh my God, what if I can't see an eye specialist soon enough, fast enough, even if I get to emergency, right? Because I don't know where they would send me. Because, I don't want to run out of this shit like I did last time. I couldn't fucking get it, people. Couldn't fucking get it. And then I got busy. Right? Busy doing this shit. Or whatever shit I was doing at the time. But sooner or later, it's not gonna matter. Because I won't see it. I'll be sitting here, listening. Waiting for somebody kind and loving, as Dr. God, Dr. Death, or whatever she is to you, would say, to approach me and treat me with a fucking ounce of something. Because when you're throwing my fucking shit outside, because you don't fucking value it, but you want to come to me talking about you want to have a kid? Yeah, okay, throw out mom's stuff so you can have a kid as you're throwing out kid shit? Okay. Oh, because you can afford to go buy it when you need it? Yeah, okay. Well, if that is the case, why don't you just fucking move out and let me find somebody that will actually treat my shit and me and the rest of my family with some fucking respect. Because when I find stuff like this outside, I don't find that to be respectful. Not at all. Oh, we'll let you go through it first before we chuck it out, Mom. Oh, sorry, I won't tell it to you like that. I'll just say, I won't throw anything out until you look at it first. And I'm like, yeah, okay, what is that supposed to mean? Well, I think we already got it all fucking figured out now, don't we? Kind of. Like I said, the next time I get a fucking social worker showing up at my fucking house, I'll be like, oh, great, you can sign me up to subsidized housing. And we'll just put me on a waiting list. That's all I'm asking. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't mind waiting for a while. I'm not quite ready to move out yet. But I will. Sooner or later, and I don't think I'll be living with my son. No. And I don't think I'll be living with my daughter. Well, I know I won't be living with my daughter. She's made that very fucking clear. She doesn't want to fucking look after me, Andre, or Amari. There you go. Boom. Problem solved. Well, my son is too resentful and angry and I don't know what he is, but I don't want to live with him forever. I can tell you that right now. I had that dream with that Roto-Rooter, the black ring around my iris with everything white, but yet I could see my son standing in the distance with a row of other fucking men with his back to me. ignoring me after he built a room that he could fucking lock me into as he was working on a second room to lock up somebody else, which would be more than likely Amari. At least Andre's got legs, can fucking run away. Not me, not Amari. Fuck no, we'll be locked up in some fucking rooms. And it just seems to be going in that direction, people, because, you know, he's like fucking mean to me all the time. And like, I'm trying to be like as copacetic about this as I can. Like, you know, when he came up and I tried to got into a great big argument about it, you know, Andre felt like he had to step in and tell Marquine to shut up and grow up. And, you know, Nana's trying to come with you with a solution. And then, of course, that solution's not good enough. And now my son's putting on pressure for me to do everything in a damn fucking day. Damn well knowing that it's not going to get it in there the way he thinks it is, which is going to give him permission to fucking do shit like that behind my back. He thinks I fucking don't have a memory. I had these big, tall-ass bottles, right? That were given to me they were for decoration, right? That had preserved chilies in it and something else, right? And, you know, for the longest time they sat down there and blah, blah, blah. Eventually I was thinking to have a yard sale, you know, sell them and stuff. But, of course, I don't get help with yard sales, so they don't really manifest themselves. Anyway, when he was clearing out the kitchen area and the living room area, you know, he moved those out, and I said, don't throw those out. Like, you know, you've already, like, you fucking emptied out half the basement, people. Oh, no, I'll put it behind the piano. Do you know what? I haven't yet to see it. I haven't seen them yet. Maybe I'm missing him. But he told me he put them behind the piano. So far, I haven't seen them. And if I don't find them behind the piano, then that means he fucking threw them out behind my back. So what difference is having a thief living in your house or someone that does shit like that? There is no difference. But would you continue to live with the thief for the rest of your fucking life as they're fucking thieving from you? No. Well, so what's the difference if I don't want to live with my son as he's going behind my back constantly throwing my fucking shit out or ruining them or breaking it? Or just taking it because he wants it now? Which one? It hurts me. This is not stuff. First of all, you're looking at $4 a fucking book in a freaking thrift store. Oh, you might get lucky for getting it for $2.99. Yeah. And when it's a big fucking roll like that, but they can just go buy more when they need it. Before my son's wife would hang on to it and keep it for her child, she would expect my son to go out and work harder so that when she says, go buy it for me, he'll go buy it. Yeah. Basically, because as it is right now, that's redundant in her mind, which encourages my son to trash my shit even more. But only now he's doing it in a nice kind of way.